I am Juan Pablo Guerra Marin. I am a student of foreign language degree of the University of Antioquia. This time, I'm going to expose you some differences between Spanish and English consonant sounds. It is useful to know that in English as in Spanish, there are more consonant sounds than vowel sounds. In both languages, the sounds allocation is equivalent in some aspects. The allocation is distributed in three meaning categories and these in subcategories at the same time. Voice. This feature consists in the sound's character. It means that the sound can be a noise or a regular sound. These characteristics depend on the presence or not of a vibration in the vocal cords. Place. When we talk about the place, we talk about specific points in the mouth that are allocated in the understood area between the lips and the uvula. According to the place, a consonant can be bilabial, labiodental, linguodental, lingualveolar, linguopalatal, linguovelar, glottal, coronal interdental, coronal alveopalatal, dorsal palatal, dorsal velar, dorsal uvular, and guttural. Mono. This is the way in which each sound is uttered, the way as it is done the interaction between the organs at the inside of the mouth. In this video, the arrangement of the consonant sounds is made in order to the manner that they are uttered. According to the manner, a consonant can be stop, fricative, affricate, nasal, liquid, glide, constrictive, lateral, and trilled. Pinball was one of my favorite games. He pintado mi casa 2 veces. Is a phoneme present in both languages. It has the same characteristics: stop, bilabial, and voiceless sounds. The only difference in each language is the strength with it is uttered. It is stronger in English than in Spanish. I had 2 birds, now I have only 1. Bienaventurados los listos. With this phoneme, the situation is alike. It has the same features: stop, bilabial, and voiced sounds. The difference is established by the strength which is uttered in each language. In English, its uttering is stronger. I love you too. En tiempo de guerra, cualquier hueco es trinchera. With these phonemes, there is another difference. The first one belongs to English and the second one to Spanish. Both of them are stop and voiceless sounds, but t is lingualveolar and t is linguodental. Moreover, in English the uttering is stronger. DD is a character of Dexter's Lab cartoon, de tal palo, tal astilla. Both of them are stop and voiced sound, but D is lingualveolar, whereas D is linguodental and weaker than D. You have my heart's key, a 1 km por segundo. Actually, the difference is only 1 and it is very weak. Both sounds have the same features: stop, lingua or dorsal velar, and voiceless. Give me your forgiveness, perder para ganar un poco. Is also stop, lingua or dorsal velar, but it is a voiced sound. This sound is present in both languages, but in English the uttering is stronger. The fate has a conspiracy against us. Favor con favor se paga. This phoneme is present in both languages. They have the same characteristics: fricative, labiodental, and voiceless. With this phoneme, the same situation happens about the strength of uttering. She is like a virus. This phoneme is only present in English. In Spanish exists a grapheme with the same representation, but it has the characteristic of the phoneme B. It has these features: fricative, labiodental, and voiceless. Thousands of animals lost their habitats. La cena está servida. This phoneme is uttered in both languages. It is a fricative, linguodental, and voiced sound. As in the other phonemes, his uttering in English is stronger. It is important to note that this phoneme in Spanish is uttered only by Spaniards. They are really noisy. It is only present in English language. It is a fricative, linguodental, and voiced sound. Can you smell the good cookies? Siempre puede hacerse algo. As the most of phonemes, exists in both languages. It is also a fricative, but lingual velar and voiceless sound. Please close your eyes. This phoneme is only in English, and it is fricative, lingual velar, as the S, but is by the contrary a voiced sound. Shift the future, shift your life. Ella me llamó. Present in both languages, it is exactly the same sound in English and Argentine Spanish. It has fricative, linguopalatal, and voiceless sound. Ultravision is a superhero. Llueve mucho en mayo. It is also present in English and Spanish, as sh, j is also fricative and linguopalatal, but it is a voiced sound. Happy birthday, my little friend. Cuando quieras, vamos a la costa. As in English as in Caribbean Spanish, this phoneme exists. It sounds it a similar weight in both cases, although in the description and each language shows a difference. As in the before cases in English as a little bit stronger, then it is a fricative, glottal, guttural, and voiceless sound. Ese amarillo de su vestido es genial. This time this phoneme is only present in Spanish. It is a fricative, dorsal palatal, and voiced sound. Siga jugando y no estudie. Again, this phoneme exists only in Spanish. It is a fricative, dorsal palatal, and voiceless sound. Perhaps, do I have a choice? Tengo un chaleco genial. Exists in both languages, although it is a very similar sound in English and Spanish. Its allocation in the mouth is a little different. In both languages, it is a fricated and voiceless sound, but in Spanish is a kernel, tongue's apex, alveopalatal sound, whereas in English is a lingual velar sound. In the last moment I got the gauge. La yuca es indispensable en un sancocho. It has almost the same characteristics than the last phoneme, except that it is a voiced sound. I love the Mummy, the movie. Mejor tarde que nunca. It is a phoneme present in both languages too. It is a nasal, bilabial, and voiced sound. Nothing else matters is a good song. Para mi rodilla la natación es esencial. With this phoneme is the same story that in the last sound. There are only two important differences. The first one is that the n is lingual velar and the presonance in English is a little bit more intensive than in Spanish. Might you ask this song for me? Ellos de verdad son geniales. As in the case of the n and this sound is nasal and voiced, but it has more resonance like n in English than in Spanish. This phoneme is lingual velar or dorsal velar sound. Generally, its phoneme at the level of grapheme is present always in company of the grapheme G and C. No siempre las niñeras son buenas. This phoneme exists only in Spanish. It is a nasal, dorsal palatal, and voiced sound. It is recognizable at phonetic level for the special contact between the tongue and the palate. There is a big portion of the tongue in contact. In fact, it's the phoneme with more contact. Losing my religion. Practica unos pases laterales. It is a phoneme present in both languages, although it has different surname. L is a liquid or lateral, lingual and velar, and voiced sound. There are many chords around me. Qué vestido, pero demasiado caro. This phoneme is present in both languages too. In contrast with the majority of consonants in both languages, this phoneme is so different in each one. In English, the R as the L is a liquid sound. In Spanish, is known as a trill sound. In Spanish, a lingua alveolar sound, whereas in English is a linguopalatal sound. In each language is a voiced sound. Cuando corras por la calle, mira los carros. Again, this phoneme exists only in Spanish. It is a trill, lingual-alveolar, and a voiced sound. As you can see, this phoneme has the same characteristics of the R, but the R has a period of oscillation much larger than the first one. William won again the wine. Is a glide, bilabial, and voiced sound, and it has the same articulation than the semiconsonant in Spanish, or at least the same intention. Believe me, I will consider your opinion. It's also a glide and a voiced sound, but it is a lingua palatal one. As in the case of the one, The y is a phoneme with the same intention of the semiconsonant in Spanish. Now, some information that is important to keep in mind. There is more consonant sounds in Spanish than in English, but in this contrast there are not included every one of them, for they are part of different dialects, and their difference with the English are relatively subtle, even with their parts in Spanish. All the consonant sounds are noises or noises with sounds. They can be voiced and voiceless. The consonant sounds can represent 1 or 2 graphemes per sound. That is all, guys. Thank you a lot for your attention, and see you the next time.